Hey guys, it's Daria Dream here, and welcome to my channel, and welcome to Third Eye Thursdays, where we are talking about how to open the third eye, how to create those lasting effects to open the third eye and to keep that third eye open, right? So how do we do that? Well, we have to start with decalcifying the pineal gland, okay? So in today's video, for part 4 of the series, we're going to learn 5 more ways to decalcify the pineal gland, open the third eye, and to keep it open. Okay guys, I'll see you guys inside the video. Hello and welcome to Third Eye Thursdays, and welcome to part 4 in the series. Okay, so for those that tried to tune in last week and saw a tarot card video, first of all, my apologies. I was actually up here, sitting right up here at the beach, and I recorded the whole video. However, when I went home to edit, it was pure wind. I mean, the computer was shaking, stuff was flying off the table, my hair was everywhere. I couldn't even make out anything I was saying. And I didn't just give up there. I literally spent a few hours trying to edit down the background noise and bring up my voice. However, it wasn't working out too well, and I had to stop fighting the universe after several hours when I wasn't getting anywhere. So for whatever reason, the universe did not want me to film a third eye video last week. Maybe that tarot card message was really important and that needed to go out for somebody. I'm not sure. I guess that part doesn't really matter. However, we are back and we are doing the last video in the series. We're doing part 4. So we will pick up right where we left off. Okay. Oh, also, you know what? So, yeah, I said I was going to do a 4 to 5 part series. So, I was debating on whether I was going to do the 5th video or not. I think we might do a bonus one next week. So, you'll have to stay tuned, and I'll add in a couple little extra parts. We'll see, right? Okay, so, yeah, so if you guys haven't seen the first video, then make sure you guys go check that out, and I'll link it up right here, because in that first video I explain why we're starting with decalcifying the pineal gland, okay? Because we want to open up the third eye, and we want to create those lasting effects to keep it open. And this is the easiest, most effective, most natural way. It's going to give you the best results, like 100% guaranteed will work to open up the third eye if we do it this way. So if you haven't seen that first video, make sure you go check that one out. It'll explain why we're doing this. And again, this is a 4-part series. So every week we've got 5 things that you guys can try to decalcify the pineal gland, okay? So this week we've got 5 more things. I also just want to say, like I've said in all the other videos, 1, I'm not a doctor, so none of this is medical advice. I'm not telling you guys this for any medical reasons. All I'm doing is sharing my experience and my truth. So these things, little by little, one by one, came into my life, and I started using them, and I started noticing the effects. And then I started tapping into my psychic side, which we all have. You know, it's just when our pineal gland is closed, we're not tapped into our intuition as much, or our psychic senses. So as I've been using these things and incorporating these things into my diet and stuff, I noticed that I started getting more intuitive, and I opened up psychic channels. And so this is how I learned how to become a channeler. So this is like really important for anybody if they want to. Even, I'm not saying you're gonna become a channeler, but even just trust your intuition more. You want to tap in that psychic side. You want to get in that flow state, like decalcify the pineal gland. So that's why I wanted to start off Third Eye Thursdays here, and why we're doing 5 things every week to decalcify the pineal gland. And then, yeah, so like I was saying, I'm not a doctor. This is just my story, and what got me from like fully in the matrix and like blind to I can channel and open up a spirit anytime, right? So I just wanted to share my process with you guys. And then also everything I've been showing you guys over the last 2 weeks, and including today, I'm not affiliated with any of this stuff. So it means I'm not getting paid for, like, I'm not getting sponsored. I'm not being like, hey, buy this product, right? It doesn't matter to me if you buy this one or another brand or whatever. I just want to say, hey, this works. Oh my God, I've tried this. I got to open up the third eye. I decalcified my pineal gland, and here's how I did it. So I just want to help others to get back in touch with who they really are at your true self, because this human body, or ego, you know, who I am today, right here on this earth, is just a temporary part of me, right? at who I am really is my soul. And so when you tap into your inner true self and get into that soul energy, you can connect to spirit, right? You open the third eye, whatever you want to call it, tap into your intuition. So, you know, this is our birthright. We all have this right and privilege to be able to tap into these intuitive um, instincts that we all have. So I'm just trying to help the rest of you get into this beautiful state because it's just a beautiful place to be in, okay? So, yeah, I'm not getting paid for any of this, and I'm not a doctor, but we will jump into the first thing right now. Okay, so the first thing you guys need to know about is chlorella. Okay, so what is this? Well, simply put, it's a green algae, okay? But then why is it we want this? Do I really want to put a green algae into my body? Well, yes, you do. Trust me, you do. Okay. Because it is high in chlorophyll. Okay. So anything that has a lot of chlorophyll in it is going to help alkaline the body. And we talked about that, I think it was last week or one of the previous videos, on how alkaline the body gets you in that flow state, gets you in that high vibrational state, right? Because that's where you need to be to open the third eye. You can't open the third eye in lower vibrational energy. However, it has strong detoxification properties in it, meaning it helps, it attacks heavy metals, and it removes, it repairs damaged tissues, as along with boosting oxygen and immunity levels. So when it does all of that, that means it can help reverse the calcification process, right? And that's what we want, because we have years and years and years of calcification build up in the pineal, just simply from maybe toothpaste or water, which we learned about in video 1, right? So we have to reverse that process. So this is a really good must have for reversing the process, okay? It is also another super food. Again, anything with high in chlorophyll, you definitely want to incorporate into your diet or just daily life or weekly or whatever you can get, right? That's what's going to help decalcify the pineal gland, okay? So the one I have here is just Earth Circle. It's just an organic one I got. It's raw, basically at its purest form. However, oh yeah, I got it on Amazon. You guys don't have to get it on Amazon. Don't even have to get this brand. However, get some chlorella. I go ahead and I put it in my green smoothie, and it's that added extra boost, right? So this is another must-have to decalcify the pineal gland so we can open up the third eye. So the second thing you guys need to know about to help decalcify the pineal gland is spirulina. Okay, so we have another superfood here, right? And it's also another algae. However, this is not a green algae, even though it is a green powder. This is a blue-green algae, okay? So why is this another must-have? Well, it is also high in chlorophyll, okay? So everything I just talked about that chlorella did, this basically does the same thing. And why does it do that? Because it's high in the chlorophyll. So this is another must-have. It's also by Earth Circle. I actually got them both together. It was like a buy-two combo thing on Amazon. However, you can get it anywhere, like I said. It doesn't have to be Earth Circle. And again, I just take like a tablespoon or a teaspoon or whatever it is you need. You can add it into your smoothies. And it does like the exact same stuff as the chlorella. So another must-have to help decalcify the pineal gland. So the third thing that you guys need to know about too, decalcify the pineal gland, is blue spirulina. Okay, so we just talked about green spirulina. Now there's a blue spirulina. Well, what's the difference? Well, they're both blue-green algae, and there are many types of blue-green algae. However, this is the exact same one. So why do you need the blue one versus the green one? What is the difference? Well, it's the same thing, like I said. The only thing is this is the extracted form. So there is something called phycocyasin in this, and they extract that from the blue-green algae, and then you get this at its rawest, purest form. So what is phycocyasin? Well, it's basically just the blue pigment that's found in this blue-green algae, okay? So this is, if you just want one or two, want this versus the other one, this is the more stronger one, the more potent one, because you're getting it at its purest form. I do have both of them. I switch off of them, on them and put a little bit of the green powder in the green smoothie, or put a little bit of the blue powder in my green smoothie that now makes it a blue smoothie. Right? So if I'm doing like blueberries that day in my smoothies, like a blueberry banana smoothie, maybe I'll use this one versus, you know, on another one, or just add some extra green in, make it really, really green, right? The other thing I want to tell you about this, about the spirulina that I showed you, and the chlorella that I showed you, right? All three of these are, I don't want to say they're like a dye, but they're like a dye. So all three of these are a little bit, for lack of a better word, I guess they're almost like a dye. So if you get any on your fingertips, you just have to wash it off, versus like other powders we talked about in the other videos, that you don't even notice if it gets on your fingertips or the counter or anything. It's just powder, right? These come off and it almost looks like it's gonna stain, but it won't. I just wash my fingers right away if they get on my hands, or just wipe the counters. It hasn't ever stained any of my stuff, but I just want you guys to know in case any like spills out and you're like, whoa, my God, it's like so thick, it's like dye, right? It's almost like natural food coloring. You can even use it like that. However, I wouldn't really advise it, because stuff is not so cheap, right? And you know me, if you've watched it in my videos, I'm going to tell you the good, the bad, the ugly, everything, right? So I'm going to be real, raw, and honest with everything. So yeah, I mean, some of these things may cost, some of the powders, like 10 bucks, 20 bucks, 30 bucks. So, you know, they can get expensive. So I do want to tell you this. The brand I have here today is called Incus. So I did get it on Amazon. However, I'm going to give you guys a little shortcut hack, because this little one, that's only 1 ounce. And if you guys saw, they just get bigger. Like this is the normal size I have for most of my powders, this size. And this one's even smaller, right? So this little one, which is the smallest one I ever got, was like 30 bucks. So that's like a little ridiculous, right? So there is another brand I found. They were just out of stock of it, so I wasn't able to order it to have it here on time for the video, but it's called Pure Bulk Organics. You can find it on Amazon. However, you don't have to buy that brand. You don't have to buy this brand. You can go buy any brand, but I just want to give you guys somewhere to go, because I want you to go on and be like, oh my God, it's so expensive, like for that little bit. So for the Pure Bulk Organics, you get a 3 ounce and it's 30 bucks. So this was 20 bucks for 1 ounce. So it's a way better deal. If you guys find anything cheaper, let me know. You can drop it in the comments, but you know, I do a lot of my stuff on Amazon, so I do check around. However, I'm open to suggestions. So that's basically the one I use, or I've got this one here as my little substitute for the time being. All works the same, right? It's still blue spirulina. And why do we want it? Again, same as the green spirulina, same as the chlorella, because it's high in chlorophyll. Yes, ding, ding, ding. That's the winner, right? That's what we need to help decalcify the pineal gland and raise those vibrations so we can open the third eye. Fourth thing you guys need to know about is blue-green algae. Well, we actually just talked about that there's many types of blue-green algae, but why is this the one that you need versus all the other types? Well, this one comes from Klamath Lake, okay? So the Klamath Lake blue-green algae is actually more stronger and more potent than the spirulina, than the chlorella, than everything we just talked about, right? Because this is so high in chlorophyll, it's almost like chlorophyll at its like purest form, right? And we just went on and talked about how much chlorophyll does help decalcify the pineal gland and how much we want to incorporate that in our diet. So this is stronger and more potent than the last 3 things we just talked about. So yes, I do have this one in capsule form. I actually haven't found it in any powder. However, it really doesn't matter, as long as when you get the blue-green algae, you get it, the one from Klamath Lake, okay? So this actually helps enhance the pituitary, the pineal, and the hypothalamus. So they're all located in the endocrine system, which we talked about, the pineal being located in the endocrine system in video 1. So then what is the hypothalamus? Well, the hypothalamus is just a part of the brain. It's actually in the center of the brain where the endocrine system is, right? So it's just a part of our brain. And the pineal versus the pituitary, well, we talked about the pineal being like the seat of the soul. also like the physical home of the third eye. And the pituitary gland is very well connected with the upper chakras and very well connected with the pineal gland, because not only is it in the endocrine system, but like in Kundalini, when we go to activate the third eye, we work with the pituitary gland. Some people say the pituitary is the crown chakra and the pineal is the third eye. I've heard people reference trying to open the third eye with the pituitary gland. They both kind of go hand in hand, even though they have separate functions. I could do a whole video about that. However, let me not get off on one of my rants, as I always do, right? So basically why we want this one from Klamath Lake is because, yes, it does enhance the pituitary, the pineal, and the hypothalamus, which is in the endocrine system. So why we need this is because a lot of endocrine imbalances actually come from the hypothalamus malfunctioning, right? So if it can go in and enhance the hypothalamus and the pituitary and the pineal, and it's stronger than all the other things we just talked about today with all the chlorophyll, this is a must-have. So the brand I have here today is Sports Supplement, and again, another one off Amazon. However, it doesn't really matter where you get it. Just make sure if you order the blue-green algae, you get the one from Lake Klamath. So the fifth thing you guys need to know about is, well, it's another powder. Okay, so I actually wanted to give this to you guys as more of an option, because I've thrown so many powders and so many supplements out there at you that you don't need to go out and buy every single one. This one has a lot of the stuff that we've talked about today and over the last couple of weeks. So instead of buying every single powder and every single supplement, you could just get something like this, and this way it incorporates all of it. Or not everything we talked about, but a lot of it. So this one has the Spirulina and the Chlorella, which we talked about this week. It also has the Gojo and Acai that we talked about. And it's got a couple other things that we're going to talk about next week, so I'm not going to get into those. However, it's also got some third eye foods in there, sweet potato and beets. So this one's good instead of having 6 million types of powders and 6 million types of supplements, because you don't need them all. You really just need, just try one and then see how you work with it, because you want to see the results. And if you have so many supplements that you're taking every day and so many powders, how are you going to know which one is actually helping open the third eye? So me personally, I started with one and slowly started to incorporate it. When I started seeing results, I got another one in and just took them one by one. However, something like this is good. If you're into smoothies, you can add this to your smoothie. It's great because it incorporates a lot of the stuff. However, I will say this versus the other powders. Most of the other powders, the powders we talked about today, they're not really good unless you put in a green smoothie. Like, I can't just add it to water. It doesn't really taste that well. This one is actually sweet enough that if I put it in water and just mix it up, I could drink like a flavored water with it, okay? So I definitely wanted to give you guys an option of the stuff that we talked about, so you didn't have to go out and like buy every single one that we talked about. So the one I have here is by Amazing Grass. It is a protein superfood. If you've noticed, a lot of the stuff we talk about is superfood. I researched a bunch of different type of green powders because I do make green smoothies every day, and I wanted to find one that was organic and had a bunch of the superfoods and stuff I needed to decalcify the pineal gland. I came across this one. I do switch off between this one and another one by Amazing Grass. However, just find one with some superfoods or any of the stuff we've talked about in all of these weeks and you'll be fine, right? So it doesn't have to be this one. They do have a website for this. I believe I got mine at Whole Foods though. Not sure if this one's actually on Amazon. Probably the only thing I'm showing on all these videos that I haven't got on Amazon. However, find something with the superfood, find something to alkaline the body, find something we've talked about with the multiple stuff. Any of those kind of powders will work. And that wraps up part 4 of our series. Actually, it actually wraps up our series because I only planned on doing a 4-part segment, right? I did say I might do 4, maybe 5. So I think we'll do the 5th one as a bonus one. So if you guys want to tune in next week, we'll do one more, how to decalcify the pineal gland so we can open up the third eye, create those lasting effects, and keep that third eye open, right? So we'll have one more little mini episode in the series, but thank you guys so much for watching, and if you guys got anything out of this video, do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. This way I know you got something and it resonated. And if you guys haven't already subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And there's a little bell right next to it. You want to hit that bell and turn on all notifications because I do daily videos and I don't want you guys to miss out on any upcoming message. That next message just might be the message that you need to hear today. Okay, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys back here next Thursday for a bonus session with Third Eye Thursdays. Be blessed.